What's going on? I just finished my my anaerobic capacity work with 10 seconds of work, 50 seconds rest. So working at high intensity, very high intensity. The goal was to get on average 1,000 watts to get to 1,000 watts on every 10-second effort. Achieved that, and I was just reflecting. Probably about 12 weeks ago, I've kept my anaerobic capacity work the same, and I alternate every week. So what I do is I do 15 efforts, either 10 seconds on with 50 seconds off, 15 times, or I do 15 seconds on with 45 seconds rest for the anaerobic capacity on the other week as well. So one week I'll try and get a longer duration. It's about a 50% increase in duration. The other one's a bit more higher intensity. I can push myself a little bit harder. One thing I've noticed, I feel a lot fitter doing it that way and just alternating between the two. One day you have to work and you have to kind of dig a little deeper, which the 15 seconds of work, it does feel like a long time. You can, and I have felt like that's kind of contributed to my ability to be able to last. I'll be able to last at a higher intensity but when I do my 10-second work, and vice versa. So they kind of work together. So when I first started this work for building my anaerobic capacity, what's the word? I initially started about 600 to 700 watts for the 10 seconds of work, 15 times, which is really not that much when you kind of think about it now. It's like, yeah, it's about 30%. Oh, it's actually more than that, almost a 50% increase in terms of how much power output on average I'm able to put out over a 12. From when I first started this style of training to improve my anaerobic capacity to now, it's huge. I feel a lot better. I feel like I move a lot better. I feel like I recover a lot better as well, especially when it comes to my weights. I feel just more rested and recovered. And it's kind of nice to have a bit of like a blowout, but you're not blowing out of your ass kind of thing. You know how sometimes people go for runs, oh, you should be blowing out of your ass. It's like, not exactly, no. You should have a little bit in the tank so you can still keep your technique going. You don't want to hit that threshold where you kind of go off the cliff and your technique goes to shit. But the good thing about the bike, it's pretty hard to get shitty technique, and it was just head down and just work my ass off. Alright, you see that brown mess on my plate? That is banana and protein pancakes with a very low sugar chocolate sauce. Zoom, I can make that clear for you guys. Easiest recipe, basically two large bananas or 3 small bananas that are overripe, 2 scoops of protein powder, 1 egg, a little bit of baking soda, baking powder, just to give it some rise, some oomph, some volume, some cinnamon. Mix it up into a batter, and you break down the banana so it's a mush, and cook it like a normal pancake. Cook it on low because the protein will start to burn. As you can see, it's got some color on it. Just like you cook a normal pancake, not very long. Flip it over and serve with some sauce. Can't go wrong. Post-workout meal. What's going on? So, just finished up my coaching calls for this morning. It is Saturday the 29th of, I was about to say September, it's August at the moment. And a couple of things have actually popped up just from the conversations I've been having. Our main demographic that we work with is young professionals, and we've got quite a few that are nurses. And I spoke to a nurse this morning, and we've been working with her to make sure that she was trying to do her job as best as she can, and she does work in the hospitals, and we wanted to make sure that she was basically being looked after as best she can. She could serve herself, look after herself first before she best does her job. And we've implemented just some small things to what she can do on a daily basis in terms of just doing her warm-up routine before she trains. She usually gets lower back pain. To try go on a break, so a large lunch break or dinner break, whenever she's working, get her to go out for a walk just to get some fresh air. kind of reset herself, regain herself, just regain some level of composure, then go back into do her job, because then the patients are going to feel that energy and vibe from her, and also her co-workers as well. So if she looks after herself, she can best serve herself, not in her actions, but the way people actually pick up on her demeanor and the way she executes things as well. Because if they see that she's in control of herself and what she does and is very calm and relaxed, that actually makes everyone else relax as well. So it's quite interesting how one person can actually, his demeanor can actually positively or negatively influence everyone else's demeanor as well. It's basically just pouring diesel into the fire or snuffing out that fire. So it's really interesting to see. For the last couple of weeks been working with her on that. She's also been doing her strength program at home. She's also been going for her daily walks, getting out and get some vitamin D, and she says she feels a lot better and a lot more on top of things at the moment, which means that she's going to be able to do a great job, and we're going to enable her to really navigate and focus on what she needs to do really well. And we basically assist her that or what she needs to do on a daily basis in order to get to the point of feeling really well. So that's one of the main things we've been working with at the moment, is all the young professionals, just making sure that if they're still working, that we can still best serve them as well, so they can best serve others at the end of the day. So it's been really good.